Hi, this is Body Electric. I'm Margaret Richard, and before we do the warm-up, I'd love to introduce you to my Body Electric crew. They are Kathy, Brooke, Beth, and Jane. So please warm it up with us, work it out with us, and have a great half hour. We're going to start with the feet about hip distance apart, the shoulders down, abdomen in, hips tucked. Ear to the shoulders, slowly. And other side. And again. Let the head feel heavy and make the movement complete. Now the shoulders to the ears, all the way up, all the way down. And now we're going to alternate, so it's up and down and down. Now let's roll the shoulders to the back. So we're back. Big movement. Feels good. Feels good, right? Of course. Now face the side and press the heel down to the back. Lift the chest, holding the abdomen, shoulders down. And now we're going to change it slightly. We're going to lift the heel to the back. So it's down and press. Down and press. And let's shift and stretch the hamstring of the front leg. It's got a good stretch today and really feel that muscle lengthening. And now what I'd like you to do is pull up the toe toward the leg so it's up and up and up. Remember the abdomen, remember the shoulders and hips to face in the same direction. Okay, let's do the other side. Hold it, press that heel down, keep lifting. Have a real sense of body awareness if you have the time to do that, and that's important. Kind of get in touch with your correct form. And now, knee down. Let's not rush it. Let's make the movement very complete. Think about squeezing your gluteal muscles, holding in the abdomen. The chin is up. The chest is lifted. Let's shift and stretch that hamstring. Again, don't have your body in a twisted position. It's very important that your alignment be correct and that your hips and shoulders be facing the same direction. You can kind of deepen that stretch. Feel the back of the leg. Let's pull it up. Toe up and toe up and up. Okay, facing the front. And let's take a lunge. The knee is over the foot. Hold it. Keep your body fairly centered. Other side. Hold it, just a few. And we are ready to have a great workout. Begin by working the lower body, the calves, and the hamstrings. Now, I want you to do it in a standing position, and be sure to have something just to help you balance, not to lean on. So we're going to begin working the calves. The heels are together. I want you to even think about working your inner thighs, squeezing your gluteal muscles, holding in the abdomen. Here we go. And lift and down. Now, as you lower, why not challenge yourself by not pressing the heels to the floor? Just stop short of the floor. So let's get a full range of motion, meaning we're all the way up and almost all the way down. Now, if you were doing the show, if you were here with us, you would hold in your abdomen too because, so think about it. If we could see you, we wish we could. All the way up. Now, there's no reason to lock the knees. It doesn't make it any better. You just want to make sure that those calf muscles are working the full range. Now, let me take a little moment here and tell you something real special that's going on for me today. The Brooke behind me is not just any Brooke. She is the Brooke Richard, daughter of Margaret. So who would have thunk 10 years ago that I would have Brooke join me on the show? So it's my pleasure to introduce you to my daughter, Brooke. Now, there are some things that are sureties in this life. One of them is that you will get stronger if you work out with Body Electric. You will pay your taxes, and you will never see my son Todd on this show in a leotard. That you can take to the bag. Right, Brooke? Few more. Okay, now we're going to pulse to reach the top, so hold it up. 1, 2, 3, halfway down, not all the way. See, Jen, you were going for the bottom, weren't you? We love to have a challenge, don't we? Yes, we love our challenges. If any of you feel particularly tight in the calf, like you feel crampy or real uncomfortable, go ahead and take a stretch. And you can start again when you're able. Squeeze the gluteal muscles, chest lifted, shoulders down. Want to have it all quite perfect. This takes a lot of repetition, and we get the job done. Just hold it at the top, at the top, at the top. The emphasis is up. It's up. Okay, let's continue the movement, but have the legs parallel. In other words, the heels are not together. They're separated all the way down, down, and up. Don't touch the floor if that's appropriate for you. Those of you that are not happy with the look of your calf muscle, that you don't think it's shapely enough, do this on a regular basis. It'll work for you. Okay, let's go ahead and stretch it out. Stretch it long. And, of course, do both of them. Okay, it's hamstring time. And, I like doing the hamstring in this standing position because it gives us a good option. Those of you that are not comfortable doing it on the floor, this is for you. Okay, so the proper form here is the working leg is slightly behind the supporting leg. Bending at the knee, bending the supporting leg slightly. So it's in and down. So as you lower the leg, notice that the toe of the working leg lines up with the heel of the supporting leg. Again, your one leg is slightly behind the other. Check that you're not leaning on your support, on your chair, whatever. And let's go ahead and bend that supporting leg just a little, up and down. Let's be generous with the movement. Bring that heel up as high as you can to the back, because that enables you to really flex or contract your hamstring. Work it in the full range. When you bring it down, I want you to really think about that hamstring lengthening. Full range of motion. Okay, we're going to change it now. So you can press it back. If there was something behind my heel and I had to push it, I want you to create that resistance. If you have a mirror to look in, you can see the angle of your leg. I want it to, if possible, be at a right angle. The bottom of your leg at a right angle to the top of your leg. Now bring the heel to the buttocks. Bring it all the way up there if you can. Squeeze the gluteal muscles, and now check and make sure that I want you to be working your legs fairly close together, because I catch myself having the leg kind of flare out to the side, kind of going west, and you don't want to do that. And push. And just when you get a little tired, you give it your all. You really dig in. Right, Jane? Of course. That's what I always tell my daughter, Brooke. You just give it your all, right, Brooke? Yes, Mother. All the way down. And squeeze. And if you were a little sore tomorrow, well, congrats, you did a good job. Check everything head to toe. Don't get sloppy as you're getting fatigued. That's not allowed. Okay, press to the back. Let's do. Come on. Push it back. Hit the heel. The heel is fairly high. Chest lifted. Let's take a stretch. Now we're refreshed. We're ready to do our other leg. So come back here. Come back here with that other leg. Okay. Remember what the rules here. We bend the supporting leg. The working leg is slightly behind it. Ready, go. And down, and up. I want you to come down with a flexed foot, so that intensifies the extension of the hamstring. Let's think about lifting the chest, holding the abdomen, squeezing the gluteal muscles. We've got a lot to think about. So much. So many things, so little time. Change it now. Let's push it back. Again, test yourself. Make sure that there's not the leaning action going on. And we just rejoice at the opportunity to work our hamstring, right? Yeah. We rejoice. I mean, there are people in this world that are not working their hamstring now. Look what they're missing. Get the knees somewhat close together. You don't have any drifters here. Okay, bring the heels to the hips, to the gluteal muscle. Oh, yeah. Am I going to get like arrested for child abuse for making my daughter do this? I'm a good mother. All the way down, and squeeze. Jane, would you make your son do this?
Yes.
Of course. And I might add, Jane has a beautiful 16-year-old son. Is he 16 or 17? 17 years old. Very handsome and very bright. Well, what would you expect, right? And that's another thing you can count on in this life, that Jane's son will never appear on Body Electric or any leotards. You can take that one to the bank, too. Push it back. Well, let's leave the picture here. Beth, how old is your son?
11.
Beth's son is 11. Kathy, what do you got going there? 15 and? 15 and 10. No, sons and or daughters. I'm so busy talking, I got to tighten it up here. Let's go. Let's take it down. Well, let's do the last few pulsing in. Pull it in. Pull it in, because we don't want to get shortchanged on the good stuff. Okay. Okay. All right, let's give it a stretch. We're doing kind of a combo workout now in this last part of our Body Electric half hour together, and we're going to work first the quadriceps to balance out having worked the hamstrings. You want equal strength in both muscles, and then we're going to work the upper arms using the weights, if you have them, biceps and triceps. So let's begin with the feet apart. Tuck under, lift the chest, you know, the usual. Here we go. And down. Let's up. Let's start slowly. Okay, now we'll go faster. So it's down and up. Now I want you to think about using the inner thighs as well. As you lift up, I want you to squeeze the gluteal muscles, use your abdomen, and squeeze up from the inner thighs. Down and up. Be generous with the movement. Feet are fairly wide apart. Down for 2. Squeeze up. When I tell you to squeeze up, what I'm also saying is there's a double meaning here. I want you to create the inner resistance so that you make the movement challenging. Because that makes all the difference, is having that inner strength going. You know, like a ballet dancer, they look effortless, but there's all that strength going on. To the side, down for 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, not all the way up, but halfway up. The closer you get the knee to the floor, the more challenging it's going to be. So here's the deal. The knee is directly under the hip. The front knee is over the ankle. Look down, check it out, adjust if you have to. To the front again, down and up. We're going down and not all the way up, staying kind of in that mid-range. We want to fatigue the quadriceps. And 5, 3, 1, 2, 3, and up slightly. Squeeze your gluteal muscle all the time, abdomen. Your body is tight. It's your anchor. Here we go. The shoulders and hips are facing the same direction, and the chest is lifted. Stay low in that middle range. Come on, love. Body is very lifted, very erect. Okay, stay here. We're going to lift the heels alternately. So lift and down, and lift and down. If you feel a little shaky, that's okay. I feel a little shaky too. I haven't done this for years. Make sure you're not leaning forward and resting, kind of leaning into your legs. Keep the body tall. Last few, let's just pulse at mid-range. Okay, what I'm going to ask you to do at home is take a stretch. I'm going to show you, those of us, it's very hard to do when we don't have something to hold on to, but I have Kathy to hold on to. So I want you to go ahead and stretch both legs. And, okay. Let's get the weights and proceed. We're going to work the bicep. Go ahead, bend the knees, tuck the hips. Elbows are close to the body, palms are facing the ceiling. You can hold the weights with using thumbs or having the thumbs under the weights, whatever is more comfortable for you. But I want you to be aware of every little nuance here. Here we go. Squeeze and down, and squeeze and down. So I want you to really put some effort at the top of the range. When you get that contraction going, give it an extra little, you know what I mean? Tight. Alternate arms, alternate and alternate. Don't be shy about using heavy weights on the biceps, because if it's too easy, you're not going to get the job done. You can't make a difference in the few minutes that we are working the biceps. You have to have weights that challenge you, meaning fatiguing. Pulse it up. 1, 2, 3, and down. So it's short, 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 and lengthen all the way, full range. Get that muscle tight, visualize it. It's contracted, it's long. The palms are facing each other, up and down. So we have basically the same movement, but in a different configuration. So we hit the muscles slightly differently. A little different dynamic going on here. Tight and long. The movement is continuous. It's not jerky. It's got a fluidity to it. It's got a smoothness. Alternate arms. Now, are you, honestly, squeezing your gluteal muscles? Because if you are, well, I'm proud of you. As we did in the beginning, tight and down. Now, we're using 3-pound weights, 3 pounds in each hand. And I've been known to use 5 or 6 or 7 pounds each hand on the bicep. So you can have a few sets of weights at home and double up on the exercise where it's appropriate. Okay, same thing, but arms to the side, so the palms are facing the ceiling. Tight. Squeeze. Contract. Love it. Last few, pulse it up. Make sure you're not squeezing the weights too tightly. Wiggle the fingers. Okay, bring them down, and let's right away, without a moment's delay, work the tricep, the back of the arms. Again, equal weight and opposing muscles. Okay, let's face the side. And we want to kind of bend our knees but not lean too far forward, about 15 degrees. Elbows high to the back, shoulders down, and the arms near the body. Here we go. And back. Now, the more that you lift the elbows to the back, the more intense the exercise is going to be. I'm going to take a little look-see here and see if we can check out the Body Lecture crew. Now is that as high as you can go? See? This is so delicious. I mean, it's like, look at it, you know. Now, Beth, this is another story. Now, this is pretty good, too. Jane, how about you? Can you lift him a little more? You see? You weren't telling the truth, were you? Alternate. And 1, and 2. We are on the honor system here. Palms to the ceiling. Pulse it up. High. Small movement, very lifted. Chest is lifted. I don't want you to lean forward too much. Doesn't help the triceps. And change as we did in the beginning. In and back. Press it back. You know, if somebody were going to, well, let's say give you $1 million if you could raise those arms an inch, what do you think? What do you think, kids? We'd get those arms up there, wouldn't we? The elbows don't move. There's no swing of the elbows. Excuse me, that's real important. That's your anchor. Alternate.